The highly anticipated battle between David Morrell and David Benavidez has concluded. Now, here's how the pros are reacting.
Fight, Morrell's a hell of a fighter, Benavidez is a hell of a fighter, and proud of both guys going in there, giving the fans, a big fight. That's what it's about. The best fighting the best. Two guys who don't like each other, they get in there, they settle it like men. What more could you ask for?
It's interesting because one of Morrell's cornermen, Bob Santos, told me yesterday in the media room, if David can keep the fight right in front of him within a tight range, if he can have a straight-on angle to go at Benavidez and try to catch him with quick shots upstairs, he'll have a chance to win the fight. And I think that in the late rounds, you could see that that was good thinking. But what he didn't have was any way of defending effectively against Benavidez's roundhouse shots upstairs and to the body.
Yeah, bro, it was easier than I thought, to be honest with you. I thought it was tougher. I thought it was gonna be tougher to hit. He was tough to fucking knock down and knock out. I had him hurt a lot of times. I just had to go back to drawing board.
Hey man, it was a good fight, man. Especially them last 2 rounds were really good in the early rounds, But I mean, bro, Benavidez's pressure was strong, man. A good fight, real good fight.
Yeah, of course, Canelo's not gonna want to fight. Canelo didn't want to fight Boo Boo. He didn't want to fight David Morrell. He doesn't want to face nobody. The only fighter that Canelo Alvarez wants to see fight is either too old or too young that don't have experience. Those are the only ones. He would not face the Mexican monster. I gotta go watch it. In my opinion, I was turning around. I think it was more like out balance. But that's exciting, when somebody, David fucking winning the whole fight, then he kind of gets dropped. It's exciting. People are like, whoa, shit. If I was watching home, I'd be like, damn. And then I look at him and he's standing up, smiling, like, come on, mother. Shit, I got scared. So I think Morrell's like, what the fuck? So I think these are the kind of fights that the fans deserve. They want to be entertained.
Benavidez, yeah, he won it by decision. And then, that one knockdown, that was a knockdown. Then he had that point deducted, Morrell did. So it came out to a 9-8 round, so it's not going to affect him.
We'll see. Hey, Dad, Alicia, what y'all think of the fight?
What it do? It was amazing. I think it was amazing. I think it was amazing.
It's really good. I think I would love to see a rematch.
You call me a thief. You call me a thief, man. And I'm back to squad. Are you a thief? Hey, I wish I could trade checks with you guys. I wish I could trade checks with both of you.
Oh, let's take them.
All right. I would never say it. I would never say it.
No, pues me siento súper contento con el trabajo realizado. No salió como teníamos pensado, se preparó bien. Como siempre se ha dicho, solamente un David se trae victorioso. En este momento fue él. Felicidades para él y para su equipo de trabajo. Y nada, simplemente seguir trabajando, seguir esforzándonos más y para obtener la victoria en un futuro cercano. Me tardé un poco me tardé en reaccionar. Me tardé en reaccionar y creo que ese fue uno de los errores que cometí en este combate, pero nada, simplemente sucedió. Fue cuando básicamente mejor me sentí los últimos 3 rounds y pero demasiado tarde.
Benavidez is a monster. I fuck with Benavidez.
Who would you like to see him fight next?
Huh?
Who would you like to see him fight next?
Canelo, Benavidez. Both of them.
Boxing trainer Robert Garcia viewed Benavidez versus Morrell as an exciting matchup but favored Benavidez for his greater experience. He was thrilled the fight happened now, with both fighters at their peak.
It's not even marinated yet, you know, but they're two monsters, like monsters, you know what I mean?
If the Canelo fight's not there, then that's a fight that I would like to see. Definitely, 100%.
With Benavidez, right, the knock on him, what they try saying is, well, he hasn't beat no one, and he's bigger than everybody, and that's why he wins, right? That's what they say. Morrell's bigger than David. I tell people, don't believe that 6'1" stuff that they say on Boxer. He's a legit 6'3". What?
It would just be a great fight, because Morrell has great power, great. You know, he's hungry. He wants to be huge in boxing. So I really think it'll make it a good fight. I still pick Benavidez.
Eddie Hearn noted how Morrell's public image may have shifted after the fight but insisted his talent is undeniable. He believed Morrell still has the potential to grow and perform better in the future.
And I think massive respect to him for taking it. It's a great fight. Great fight. Who do you favour? From what I saw last time, Benavidez. But leading up to, that was the first time I've seen Morrell in the flesh. And I really rated him going into that fight. He didn't impress me at all in that fight. But, you know, it could have been a bad performance. But he's a very good fighter.
Rav Kizik analyzed the fight, stating that if Morrell remained composed in the first 6 to 8 rounds, he had a strong chance to win. He advised Morrell to avoid reckless aggression, focus on precision, and use movement. Kizik expected a close fight but believed Morrell could execute his strategy and secure victory.
If he could stay composed and stay calm during the first 6 to 8 rounds, because Benavidez, all he has is pressure, and he eventually will slow down. So stay composed, stay calm, pick your shots, and move, box, because he can box and move. Don't be the aggressor. I think he can pull it off.
Tim Bradley felt David Morrell still lacked the experience to compete at the highest level, saying he wasn't impressed with Morrell's latest performance. He believed Benavidez had the edge, not just for his relentless pressure but also his ability to box and move. Bradley argued Morrell would struggle with Benavidez's versatility.
I think Morrell still needs a little bit more seasoning, to be honest with you. I wasn't too fond of his last fight. I really wasn't.
Benavidez. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't too fond. Benavidez can do a little bit of everything. We only see him as being the pressure type of assassin type of guy, throwing quick combinations and really, just stepping on the gas and squashing guys. But, he can move and box if he wants to as well.
Jesse Hart pointed out Morrell's weaknesses, especially his tendency to slow down after the 9th round. He noted Morrell became more vulnerable to big shots and questioned whether his outside-the-ring habits could impact his performance. Hart believed Benavidez could exploit these flaws in their upcoming showdown.
Dave Morrell, I'm looking, has he grown? Can we get him? That last fight, I seen a lot of weaknesses in him. A lot of weaknesses. I'm looking at have he grown from that fight. Did he went 12 rounds for the first time in his ever career. You know what I mean? Around the 9th, I seen he start slowing down. I seen you can touch him on his chin. You can clip him if you get him at the right time. He slows down around about the 9th round. And David Benavidez, his living habits outside the ring, did that catch up to him? I'm watching for all that. And I'll be looking February 1st to see if my prediction is right.
Trainer Buddy McGirt recognized Morrell's skill but expected the fight to become more intriguing after a few rounds. He explained that Benavidez takes time to adjust, but once he does, his rapid combinations could pose serious problems for Morrell.
I think it's going to be an interesting fight, man. I think that both guys are really going to be tested because, Morrell's a good boxer. But I think that the later rounds is really going to tell. Because, Benavidez, it takes him a few rounds to get going. But once he gets going and he figures out your rhythm, you got problems. Once you start letting those 20-punch combinations go, you got problems. So it's going to be an interesting fight.
McGirt compared the early rounds to a chess match, where both fighters would take time to analyze each other. He predicted the action would heat up after round 5, with one fighter likely breaking the other's strategy and gaining a clear advantage.
I was going to, Morrell's got a great, a great style for, a southpaw. He boxes well. He's got my man Ronnie Shields in his corner. I know Ronnie's going to have him ready. but Benavidez is always comes in ready. So it's going to be, I think, after the 5th round, that's when the fight's really going to get interesting. The first 4 or 5, it's going to be more like a chess match. After the 5th round, somebody's going to have somebody figured out, and that's when it's going to get hot in the kitchen.
Furthermore, David Benavidez confronted Morrell, calling out his disrespect and challenging his actions. He asserted his dominance with a bold declaration, "I will break your mouth."
He's trying to act hard, man, but whatever it is what it is. On February 1st, I'm going in there. We'll break your mouth.
¿Cómo fue?
I'm gonna break your mouth.
No te entiendo, dime.
David Benavidez called out Morrell, dismissing his strategies as useless. He remained confident, insisting he doesn't see Morrell as a real threat and vowed to prove it in the ring.
Ain't no easy fight. These guys saying I'm an easy fight. You better go in there and do what you gotta do. When I knock you the out, I don't want you to say shit. Alright, we're gonna see. We're in the sea. We're in the sea. We're in the sea. We're in the sea.
Un solo cambio.
Okay.
Un solo cambio. Usted no tiene más nada.
I'm glad these fucking idiots thinking like this.
Leonard Ellerbe predicted a thrilling, close fight, expecting both fighters to face knockdowns and dangerous moments. He anticipated plenty of back-and-forth action and was confident fans would witness an explosive, all-out war. Lonnie B weighed in, predicting a tough fight for Benavidez. He praised Morrell's Cuban-style slick movement and his ability to attack while avoiding damage. According to Lonnie B, Morrell's offense and elusiveness would create serious challenges for Benavidez, making this a highly difficult matchup.
I anticipated this to be a very 50-50 kind of fight. I expected somebody's gonna hit the canvas, and it probably might be early, and the other person might get hurt in the fight. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, ebbs and flows in this particular fight because both guys really want it bad, and want to make a big statement. It's gonna be a lot of trash talking with the build-up. So this is one of those kind of fights that the fans will actually win.
Caleb Plant broke down David Benavidez and David Morrell styles, calling Benavidez an aggressive power puncher with strong combinations, while Morrell was craftier and more calculated. Plant was excited for their potential fight, believing their contrasting styles would create a thrilling showdown fans would love.
Tough fight. David Morrell is really good. He's really good. Yeah, he's good. I can't even. He's good.
You're kind of giving me a face like you don't know who wins that fight.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Because David Morrell is big too. He's big for super middleweight too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's big. He can punch. He's slick. Really got that Cuban style with the Cuban.
Yeah.
Like real slick.
But offensive with it.
Offensive with it. And those styles are tough for anybody to fight. For anybody to fight.
Even the Mexican monster.
Even the Mexican monster.
Sergio Mora called Benavidez style efficient, explosive, and fast, comparing him to Diego Corrales. He noted that Benavidez throws quick combos with minimal movement. His long arms and narrow shoulders keep him lightning fast, allowing him to unleash high-volume punches in tight spaces, making him a dangerous opponent.
You know, their styles are different. Southpaw, right-handed, one puts their punches together very well. And so does David Morrell, but he's a little more crafty. He's a little more maybe passive in his approach. I'll say that. And but that's a big fight. That's one I'm excited for. So.
Greg Hackett favored Benavidez's experience, predicting Morrell would control the early rounds. But Benavidez's relentless pressure would take over by rounds 4 to 6. Hackett expected Benavidez to land a clean shot, possibly breaking Morrell's nose and completely shifting the fight's momentum.
We're in front of you than most fighters because he doesn't have to rotate his entire body. He does it. If you notice when you watch Benavidez throws combinations, he's like a Diego Corrales. I hear it. Instead of rotating, he's like. It's beautiful to see, but you can only do that because he has the stature. He has the long arms and he has the short, the thin shoulders. They're not that wide. And he's a specimen. I think he beats Morrell.
Steven Edwards believes Benavidez's relentless pressure is tough to handle, and Morrell has never faced an opponent who tested him like that. He questioned whether Morrell could handle being pushed back and forced to adjust, something he hasn't experienced before.
Morrell gonna look good first 5. He gonna look good first 5. Maybe first 3 before it take a turn, but I say the first 5, he gonna look good. That Benavidez gonna start looking more and more scary. We're gonna start, this card start getting dark, watch. It's gonna be one of them dark beatings. Benavidez might even bust Morrell's nose. I got him busting his nose like around the 4th round, 5th round, 6th round. Around there, we're gonna see some blood from Morrell, from the nose, watch.
Sean Porter believes Benavidez holds the edge over Morrell due to his experience. He's more accustomed to the 175 pounds division, while Morrell might struggle at that weight. Porter says that experience gives Benavidez a clear advantage.
By losing, there's difference when you go back to the corner after 6 rounds and you don't know if you're up. A lot of these young fighters haven't had that yet. So I have to see what his adjustments is like when he's not winning the fight, or when the other guy is putting the kind of mental pressure on him where it starts to create a little bit of doubt. I'm very impressed with David Morrell, but he kind of relies on his forcefulness, his strength, his size. I mean, he's way too big to be fighting 68 pounds. I've been around, he's a big guy, you know, so I'm very, very impressed with him.
Sean Porter believes Benavidez holds the edge over Morrell due to his experience. He's more accustomed to the 175 pounds division, while Morrell might struggle at that weight. He's more accustomed to the 175 pounds division, while Morrell might struggle at that weight. Porter says that experience gives Benavidez a clear advantage.
That's 50-50 right there. If anything, 55-45 for Benavidez. I love David versus David. I love everything about the fight. The thing I feel that Benavidez has over Morrell is experience.
Shah stresses that experience is key in a 12-round fight. While Morrell hasn't faced much adversity, Benavidez has. He knows how to navigate tough situations, giving him a clear edge.
When you are in a competitive fight that's gonna go 12 rounds, of course you're prepared for the 12, but when you have had that experience of having resistance at different points in the fight, it's nothing new to you. Morrell has not had resistance. His fight with Hot Rod, that was a different kind of resistance. That was the resistance of somebody staying away from you, you know what I mean? And him not being able to catch up to him. What Benavidez can bang with him. He's just as fast, he can box with them. And that sort of resistance, it plays a mental game with you, and it becomes a roller coaster ride.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Also, check out this video for more awesome content, and drop a comment below.